My name is Eric Lang, and I wrote and directed Special Delivery. I am also the guy who says, "Oh, that's nice."
I'm Kelsey Piper, and I played Jessica, the girlfriend.
My name's Ryan Lang, and I played Bill, the best friend to Joey's character, Corey.
My name is Joey Gajewski, and I played Jason.
Corey. All right, let's try that again.
Right away, the first hard question.
The idea for Special Delivery came about when I was at work. I work in a warehouse where I do shipping. If you might have noticed, there's a co-writer on this film, also known as Wes Todby. Has nothing to do with Todd Westby, trust me. It's not the same guy. I came in and I was like, well, what if this certain scenario happened? How would we deal with that? And I thought there was like a movie idea around it. Then he was like, well, what if this actually happened? And I was like, well, what if this happened? And then it just got progressively more obscene and ridiculous. He came to the idea of what the plot of Special Delivery was. And then I asked him, I was like, hey, I like this idea. I'm going to take it and run with it. I'm going to make this a movie. You think I'm joking? I'm not. I'm going to do it. And he said, okay. I said, okay, I'll give you a writing credit, but I'll do all the heavy lifting. I'll write the lines. I'll get the story and all that.
Well, considering I am the Johnny Depp to Eric's Burton, I knew that I was top choice. And I also know that he has no other acting friends, so I was a shoo-in.
My fiance, who is also in the film, Ryan Lang, his cousin has been making films for years and years, and we've followed his work and supported everything he's done. And he kind of was talking to us one night, like this idea he had for a film. And he's like, I kind of want you guys to be in it. And like, if you're down for that, we should get it going.
And then at the very end of the conversation, he was just like, hey, I got this role that I think you'd be perfect for. And I know it's your first time acting, so, but I think you'd be great for it.
So I've always wanted to do a comedy, but I've always been afraid to do it, I guess.
I love Eric's films and scripts, and they're always interesting characters to me. If he ever didn't have an interesting character, I probably wouldn't do it if it wasn't up my alley. But this one just really hit home with. I just thought I would nail this character.
Just like how much we laughed at the general idea of it, and then when he had the script ready and we were all reading through it and laughing at the table, it was like, okay, like there's something here, like that's like reinforcing like, oh, I want to do this now even more because like I want to help Eric and I want to do a good job, especially like not really knowing what I'm doing, but like just how much flowed with it already from the beginning. It was like kind of validation of like, oh yeah, like okay, we have something fun here to do.
I didn't really have to think too hard about or remembering my lines. They were all really quick and they just flowed better. His writing just flowed better in this movie that I could say them and pinpoint them without much issue.
I had like a few reservations, like apprehension to it, just being in an acting speaking part in general.
No one reacts in the theater to a drama, but with a comedy, you know right away what you have. Making a comedy film is like telling a really long joke, but it takes you 2 years to do it.
It was definitely the best production I've ever done with Eric.
The process of being in a film is like totally different than anything else I've seen or been a part of.
It was definitely different than what I had thought.
But you never really have a full sense of how much goes into it and how fast we had to do it.
When they came over to shoot my scene, I didn't really think we would be moving furniture around to accommodate for the cameras and the audio equipment and everything like that.
Corey's girlfriend's gonna him in the ass with a
Oh, that's nice.
we kind of made do with what we had, and I think it worked. And you know, with it being a comedy, I think it was even better because you could be quirky, you could be like kind of weird and goofy, and it made the film work even more.
9G, take 3.
Super cheese.
Super cheese.
Super cheese. Super cheese, please. Super cheese.
Working with Eric was great. He always takes forever to set his shots up, which is totally fine, but he has a vision of how he wants it to look and he executes it, which is awesome. Throughout the process, we had a super great chemistry.
Vexing you.
And then, yeah, more panic. Try to get a little more panic on your face. Not
All right.
like disgust, but panic. Like, what did I just do?
Yeah.
What did I just get into? And I think our short film Go was definitely the thing that kind of brought everything back. That's the first time we worked with Kelsey. We just kind of brought her in and said, stand there, look sad. We kind of found our footing again, and for me, it was finding that, okay, this can be a fun process again. Because, you know, filmmaking should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. But it is extremely stressful.
So like that was a little difficult for me to navigate at first because I was like, there's cameras and lights and I'm sweating to death and now I can't do this. And so it was like a learning process for that. But I think like as I kind of found my groove with it, that kind of helped everything else follow.
And the setup and everything, you know, through Eric's eyes, definitely like taught me a lot. Like just to get the right angle, to get the right lighting, get the right, you know, just the way he saw it. So it was definitely like a learning experience for me.
Everything was perfect except for, but a guy putting it in a girl's butt isn't. You almost said it like a fact instead of a question. So like, but a guy putting in a girl's butt isn't? You're just like,
Okay.
but a guy putting a guy,
Okay.
yeah. It was a
I didn't know
little
if it was
too.
like you're making the point. You're asking. Okay.
No,
gotcha.
you're asking him.
Okay. Gotcha.
So,
We both have learned how to talk to each other to explain it better, which is, I guess, the most important aspect to our chemistry with each other, which is great. I think he's grown as a filmmaker. I think I've grown as an actor.
Because a guy taken in the butt is just gay. Nailed it.
But
Alright.
yeah, are we
just do the line again.
Okay. Because a guy taken in the butt is just gay.
Let's cut. I'm sorry, I f***ed that up.
If you don't read the line right, it's not going to be funny. And that can ruin the whole scene or even the whole movie. So working a scene out and then finally getting in the groove, that's my favorite part. I mean, you can do 20 takes, and then once you get to take 21 and he nails it, or they nail it, it's very rewarding, and you don't even care how long it took you to get there.
Cheese it up.
I don't know how cheesy.
Like, ooh.
On Kelsey's first day, we kind of did just throw her to the wolves.
It was like the middle of summer and I was in a business suit and I was roasting to death. And, you know, Aaron was in the back filming sound and Eric was filming through the window on the passenger side. And so like between scenes, I was like, I'm dying.
Oh, did I now? Super sexy and provocative. She's working late and coming home to work late. You know what I'm saying? Double duty. All right.
Aaron's just in the back and he's like, well, if you just do it how he wants it, we can all get out of here. I was like, I'm trying. And so I think that was difficult because I feel like I was just saying the same thing over and over and over and over and I was like melting to death. And then he'd be like, okay, action. I'm like, you know, I was just like, okay, let's go. And he told me afterwards, he's like, so I think I actually kind of got what I needed after like the second take. Sorry.
That was great direction I just gave. I was like, okay, you got it, okay. Those are my notes.
It was great working with Kelsey. She did awesome. One thing that was super funny or interesting to watch was it was her second acting role, but her first talking role, and I could just see her nervousness and her excitedness and her getting mad whenever she would screw up a line.
Sorry.
No, you're good. That was perfect.
Okay.
Was my smile coming out?
No, I was
Okay.
just like, I just forgot what to say.
And it just totally reminded me of me in my first movies and just remembering, oh man, like taking everything so seriously and taking everything so harshly, but it's like, it's not a big deal. And she did wonderful, whether she realizes it or not.
We rolling this This is the 9i2.
992. What up?
And yeah, action. Okay, sorry. We're gonna keep rolling though.
You guys be stand comedians also.
Like, I think I learned a lot from Joey because basically, like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like flying by the seat of my pants, and he's been in it. He's known how to be and all that, and like, you know, when you're being filmed, you're doing this role and stuff, like, you don't really know how you're being perceived. And I think he has that like mindset and that eye for it because he's been in it. So I think like working with him and like him kind of feeding off of what I'm doing and vice versa.
Are you still offering?
No.
Good.
It's good.
Good. Are you still offering?
No.
Good. Are you still offering?
No.
Good. God. Still offering?
No.
Good.
I can tell you're looking away.
He's been really fun to hang around and all that. I didn't really know him before working on this, but I can see why Eric like relies on him a lot.
I was so stoked to do my first nude scene. I love my body. You know, Adam and Eve screwed it up for us, but no one should be afraid to be nude. Anita and Eric took it like a champ. Eric stared down the barrel of my beast, known as my butthole, and did what he had to do to get the shot done.
I was not involved with the actual reveal, so that was fine for me because I wasn't involved in it. I just had to, you know, deliver my reaction basically, and I left so Joey could, you know, do his thing.
The most difficult part about being a part of this film was remembering my lines. I did not do a very good job on studying my lines.
I think he was a little bit nervous, but he wanted to get it right, and that was the biggest thing for me.
I'm doing like this head nod after you say, "Oh, that's nice." I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know if that's. I threw it in there, but
Keep going. Yeah, just keep looking straight.
He was, but he's just nodding.
I'm just nodding as I'm not like I'm just like.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Every time that I would screw it up, I would actually come out a little bit more because I wanted to hit it. I wanted to do good.
And the more, you know, we did take after take after take, it would just click for him. And I think he nailed it.
I felt like the best part of this whole making of the film was that I was surrounded by a lot of my friends, my family, who you know, obviously was a very big part of this film, and my fiance, who happens to be the girl in the movie.
And I think with this film, I finally hit my stride.
Yeah. Because I forgot that. Okay.
And then, like, corner of your eye, you see it. You back, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
This is what they do to man bitches in prison.
How has your guys' sex life been lately?
A little like hide and seek.
How's that?
I count to 10, close my eyes, and it's ready or not, here I come.
I was very happy with how it turned out. Well, I better be because I edited it. But I felt very confident about it. And that confidence was rewarded with over 10 film festivals so far. And awards for Joey and awards for the film.
I love the fact that I got nominated, and the fact that I won it was a surprise because I had no idea. I don't even think I knew I was nominated. And I just get a text saying I won, and I was so excited. And I'll be honest, I'm happy, and I think I deserved to win. I went out there. I showed some skin. I've had some skin in this game.
And just the response from the crowds and getting nominations, I didn't think it'd go that well, especially with the subject matter and how people are kind of right now with comedy and, you know, what's off limits, what's not. But I think overall no one really cares. They just want to laugh.
Some of the hurdles in coming up with this film or getting it produced or any of the
hiccups along the way?
This one actually went really smooth. Just not really. Definitely really helped.
I loved the completed film. It met all of my expectations. It was awesome. I thought it was hilarious. Everyone did great. My one complaint was I thought the music was really quirky. That's it. I had to put my negative in there.
I really didn't know what to expect. I know the festival circuit's a little bit different. So I think it was really cool once we started seeing the return of that and seeing like how many we got into like across the US, you know. That was, I think, the coolest part because it's like, holy crap, you have all these people from all these places that are watching us, you know, and like, and obviously see something in that. So I think it was really neat and interesting to kind of be on that side of it and know like, I did that.
Elsie Piper, I acted and I was the character Jessica.
I'm Joe Gaske and that was me.
I love that the film is being successful. I love that it's getting into film festivals, and I have zero shock. To me, like, it's just a quick 10-minute short. Like, it's good production value, it's decent enough acting, it's funny, unique. I mean, there's no reason this film shouldn't be successful. And I think if we release it on YouTube, it could be huge. Huge, okay?
It was almost everything Eric ever talked about. And now we're still grabbing film festival stuff. Like, part of me feels like I kind of knew it was going to happen.
All right, cut.